We're here. We're done with Devil May Cry. It has been completed. And a new age is upon us. An age of a sword-fighting samurai. Not even a samurai, he's a ninja.
Yeah, there's a big difference between a ninja and a samurai.
They're the same thing.
How dare you be so culturally insensitive?
Shut up, I'm American! We are playing Metal Gear Solid, The Twin Snakes, on Nintendo GameCube, made by Silicon Knights. So, why are we playing this game, Matt?
Because I love this game.
Alright, let's go.
That's why.
We're done. So we are playing this because we are leading up on a little bit of a road to Metal Gear Rising, and we are pretty jazzed about that game. Being Platinum Games and all, it's like one of my favorite developers, one of your favorite developers, and we wanted to throw it back to some games that are equally as awesome, although very much different. The old Metal Gear games are not the same. They're not action games. They're very slow-paced, story-based games. And we're not playing the original PlayStation, we're playing the GameCube one. Some of you guys might actually know there was a remake of Metal Gear, because not everyone had a GameCube back in the day compared to a PS2.
Yeah, it kind of was
Did it kind of bomb?
A bit lopsided between the amount of people who owned one over the other.
Yeah, so...
That's saying nothing of quality, it's just saying,
they did indeed
a lot more people owned a PS2 than a GameCube.
They completely remade the original Metal Gear, the 1998 Metal Gear Solid, and it was on the GameCube with Metal Gear 2 physics and stuff and things, and... Here we go! Let's get the story on the road.
How many of you nostalgia bombed when you hear the opening song?
My balls nostalgia bombed. That was one of the big things I was telling you about, like why I wanted to play the PlayStation version, because the music is identical to what I remember.
Yeah.
The music has changed in this one a little bit.
Yep. Not usually, not for the better. There's a couple moments where it's better, but you know.
Most of the time it's like, fuck,
whatever.
Where's my cool song? Interesting story that the Metal Gear theme, like dun 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 dun, is actually somewhat ripped off of like the Russian national anthem or the old.
It's not an anthem. It's
some song.
It's an old Russian folk song.
Right, and they got sued, or they were going to get sued. And Konami was like, well, we'll take it out of all of our future games. And the Metal Gear theme was gone.
Never any legal action was never taken. They just were doing it preemptively.
Yeah, they didn't want to get in trouble. Which was smart, because avoiding trouble when it comes to making video games at all costs is kind of what you want to do, because you don't have a lot of power.
Although, I think they're well past the point of public domain on that song.
It might, but I think at this point they don't want to upset the original creators, or whoever holds the rights, the family.
Yeah.
Which is sad, because the Metal Gear theme is so fucking universally amazing, and when you hear this national, like this song, oh my god, it's so similar. And you were even telling me there's a reason it sounds like that, because Kojima went to the sound guy and was like, yo dude, make something that sounds Russian. And he's like, alright, so he pulled inspiration from this old song.
That was one of his things he asked for, like, I want to sound like this and that, and like vaguely like Russian.
So it's kind of, it sucks. It's a little sad, but it'll be okay. I think the music in the original Metal Gear is something very amazing. I actually tried using it in a lot of stuff. Remember it came with a soundtrack too. You bought?
No, I didn't.
It didn't come with a soundtrack?
No.
I had a disc.
Maybe a pre-order, but it was not it was not built into the game case at all.
It most definitely must have been like an electronics boutique thing, because when I got the game, I listened to the soundtrack on a CD player, and it wasn't a burn or anything like that.
Because I had the game pre-order. Actually, my brother had the game pre-order. We got it from EB.
Yeah.
I don't remember any soundtrack.
Yeah, I definitely had one. It was
because I would have been all over that shit if we did get one.
It's a legit Metal Gear soundtrack. Okay, let's look it up. We have the power of the internet.
I'm gonna swim through this cave here.
Metal Gear Solid
covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target. Anyone going with me? As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission.
And in case you guys haven't figured it out, no, we have not reached the title screen yet.
Nope, this is still not even title.
Don't expect any official support.
Bam. Bam.
Metal Gear Solid, The Twin Snakes. So while I wait to look this up, we're also going to do something special. Today on Yo Video Games, we're going to introduce something unique. Maybe we might get some suggestions of things to try from the audience, but what I did is I went to a wine and spirits store, and they had an extensive wine and beer and soda collection. And I got some crazy sodas that we're going to give a shot. Today we will be trying Black Lemonade. Private Reserve. It has a skull and crossbones on the front, and it says, remember, once you drink black, you'll never go back.
Is that what it says on the bottle?
That's what it literally says on the bottle.
Nice.
Nice.
This is from Skeleton Sodas, and they produce good stuff. This is like one of their more tamer sodas, because they usually produce shit like...
So Matt is kind of Matt actually can't drink. You cannot drink by the common definition.
No, like
your liver cannot take it.
Why is there... No, it's not my liver, you...
Your brain can't take it.
No, my pancreas will swell up like a balloon and pop.
It's the same thing as your liver.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing.
Oh, this shit looks like oil, dude.
It kind of is.
Fuck you, man. Oh, it's blue. It's like greenish. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god.
It's the color of the ocean.
This came out of this bottle very, very intimidating. Like, I don't know if I want to put this in my body.
It's tame. It's nice.
Is it?
It's
all right.
big shit.
Well, you're used to trying all this stuff, so here we go. First time on Yo Video Games, we are trying Black Lemonade. Cheers. Oh my fucking god! It tastes like liquid sour licorice.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh, you know that feeling in your mouth when you think of something sour and you try it for like, or you're hungry? And you have that
yes.
stinging, biting feeling in the back of your jaw.
Like the saliva glands get all like, excited, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh my god, food, yeah. And then like expand and shit. I got that. And I just ate a bunch of shit too. Fuck, that's not bad though.
I know, it's pretty good. It's pretty tame though.
It's actually...
It's not brainwash.
You don't want to like drink it down. We'll be trying other sodas during this entire playthrough. I bought like 7 different kinds. I think we have 5 that I might still have.
If you got any other, if you got any like crazy soda recommendations?
Yeah, if you guys got anything that might, I'm looking. I don't mind if something's gonna be crazy and disgusting. I'll try it, but I'm actually looking for stuff that's good.
Yeah.
Like I would really like finding a huge conglomerate soda and enjoying it. Like I really like some orange cream sodas that are not big and shit like that. It's good. Sorry if we're talking over the game, guys. We've seen this like a billion times, even though it is awesome. But I've played the holy dick out of the original Metal Gear. I think I've honestly played the original Metal Gear like 7 times on PlayStation 1.
I think we all have. Man, who didn't?
Who didn't back in the day?
I mean, it's not a long game, so...
Once you knew what to do, it's like a 2-hour game.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Resident Evil.
You skip cutscenes and shit in this game, bam, you could
it's a 2-hour game.
It out, yeah.
So I was saying to Matt earlier, we were talking about like Metal Gear and its history. I compared the impact of this game. We were looking at some old Nintendo games we might want to take a look at, because I didn't have a Super Nintendo for a very long time. I was a Genesis kid. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
We were looking at like Super Metroid and stuff. Like, I never played Super Metroid, and I was looking at the beginning opening of it and how like cinematic it is, and I didn't know why the game was praised so much early on, but I really see it now, being old. Like, this is pretty fantastic for how old this shit is.
And I've not been a big Metroid guy, and I actually didn't play Super Metroid until I was in my early 20s, and someone let me borrow it, and I was like, wow, this game's really good.
Yeah,
I understand now.
It's like Alien, you know. It's got like a universe. It's got theming. It's got good gameplay. It's got a story to tell.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is pretty fantastic for being Super Nintendo era. And I made the comparison. This is kind of like why it was so big. It's kind of like the huge storytelling break in video games that Metal Gear was in 1998 when it came out.
Yeah.
Like a huge revolutionizing type of game where people started thinking differently about the games they were playing. That's what Super Metroid was back in '94 when it came out. Get that ration. You ever eaten a ration before?
I think I've tasted it because I have a lot of friends in the armed services. They're terrible.
They taste awful, and they're quite literally just meant to give you appropriate nutrition.
They're like dirt.
It's like eating literal dirt. It's like eating the raw minerals and proteins with no flavor.
Yeah.
No preservatives. Actually, I think it has a ton of preservatives.
This is not good. Oh, shit.
Who's there? There's an asshole. Oh, wow. Jesus, we've been found already. Fuck. Fuck, this is going bad. This is going bad. You're getting shot at. Jump off the thing. Jump off the thing. That's how you...
I want to punch him, though. Bam.
All right. Jesus, God, this is a sneaking mission, Snake.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Everyone's going the fuck down. This has turned into Rising.
Yeah, this is the Rising playthrough.
Yeah, oh, Jesus. And you have to kill everybody? That'd be an interesting playthrough. Having to kill everybody. You run out of bullets real fast, though. Unless you M9'd, unless you tasered people and then choked them out, that'd be a good way. What was that noise? God, dude, yeah, Metal Gear was just... I remember the day I picked it up from EB. Our friend Oscar, which we've mentioned in previous playthroughs, was working at that store.
Look at the shit you can do in this game now.
Yeah, this is odd seeing this because I've also played this version, but I only played it once way back in the day. It's weird seeing this, that you actually get to do all this new first-person shit. Yeah, man, people that haven't played the original Metal Gear, I would actually say you don't have to play this one. I think I can kind of appreciate a few things about the PlayStation one because you really feel, when you play the original PlayStation version, that they were really trying to push the fuck out of that system to do something new. And being on that system when you play it, you really can see that.
Whoa,
what the
Did you
fuck?
see that? That guy was up in my grill.
Oh, he didn't give a shit about the cutscene, is what he... I don't give a fuck about this cutscene. He like, walks towards you and Snake's like, I don't know. Help!
I don't know where that other guy went.
Who cares? Blood on the floor gives a shit. Get in that elevator, trigger that cutscene. Actually, is there a ration over here? There is. And that guy knows you're there now. Prone.
He doesn't know shit.
Fuck.
He doesn't know shit.
Idiot.
He don't know shit.
Snake must have the softest shoes in human history.
They do kind of look scientifically made to like be silent. I mean, look at them.
Yeah. You know what? It's funny. This black lemonade. It tastes like lemonade. It just is carbonated lemonade. There's not much else to it.
There's a little bit of a kick.
Yeah.
Or tang.
I didn't even really
lemonade with a tang.
I didn't even really read the title. I read like black lemonade, but I didn't make the connection that it was going to taste like lemonade for some reason. I thought it was going to taste like oil. Oh my god, the intro's different!
And this right here is why it will never appear in any HD collection.
Yep, because it's made by Nintendo.
Except by maybe Wii U.
Maybe Wii U.
There was a rumor going around that because the Silicon Knights closing, it opened up a pathway for an HD collection for Wii U that's Metal Gear this 1, 2, and 3 rather than Peace Walker.
The title screen.
Yo, video games!
Yo, video games, son. Metal Gear Solid, Twin Snakes. I'm really glad we're playing this. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I wonder if Silicon Knights still even has the source code though. Because that's been...
Konami probably owns it. It's probably their property.
I hope so. Because that's the ongoing issue. Like, a lot of guys might not know, like, a lot of HD collections and releases of old games, like, around 2000s, before 2000s, there's no source code for those games anymore. Like, game companies just literally threw them out the window and deleted them.
Yeah.
They didn't have any need to keep them. They sold their product and that was it. So, literally, when you see old games like Third Strike and Marvel vs. Capcom being HD remade again, they don't have the original code. They have to build the game back from the ground up, from a ROM. They have to reverse engineer it. It's fucking nuts.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
Nice and dry.
Hey, Snake is like mid-30s in this game, right?
Well, it's funny, even on PlayStation, when they were talking about how he was old and a grizzled veteran, he kind of looked like, I don't know, he didn't ever look old to me. I mean, granted, he was all pixely and shit on the PlayStation.
Yeah, he didn't
1,
look,
but,
he looked like
but like
30s.
the artwork here, you know, it's like, this guy looks like maybe young 30s.
Yeah, like...
He does not look like a guy
He doesn't look like beyond his 40s.
Like, he doesn't look like I've seen some shit.
Yeah.
You know?
He looks like I've retired, which is what he has done.
Like Campbell looks like a guy who's been through some shit, but
Compared to the next Metal Gear game that comes after in the timeline, which is Metal Gear 4, Snake has really seen some shit at that point.
two then 4.
Oh, 2, you're right. Fuck. I keep forgetting 2 even exists.
Jeez, Max, it's not like
Sorry.
Devil May Cry 2. It's not that
No,
bad.
it's not that bad. I'm sorry. It's just, there's not a lot of great memories of Metal Gear 2.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad game. I
remember fighting a bunch of Metal Gear Rays in the end with Raiden, but that was about it.
I don't know, it just didn't have the same, like, I don't know.
Impact.
Like, even this game, like, to me, was more memorable than Metal Gear Solid 2.
I do remember purchasing Zone of the Enders just to play it, though.
Oh, of course, everyone did.
Fuck, there's a playthrough we need to go through. We need not the original Zone of the Enders, which is kind of a boring game. People might execute me for that.
Oh, so you want to play the Game Boy Advance one?
Was that one good?
It was a strategy game, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, Zoe, the first one, I didn't like it very much. I kind of liked because it was like one of the first robot big-ass PlayStation 2 games, but Zone of the Enders, the second runner, is fucking awesome. Like, I remember that game being really damn good.
I never got through either of them, but I just remember 2 being a lot better than 1.
We should play through 2. We should get that HD collection. Even though the HD collection is ass. Like, supposedly it runs at horrible frame rates and shit.
On PS3.
On PS3? Is it better on Xbox? Okay.
Well, it's Western developed. Of course, it runs better on Xbox.
Well, there you go. Maybe we got some sweet ass Chinese chicks telling us about our cool stuff. Hold on.
Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
You're Mei Ling.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself.
Snake.
Damn.
What?
I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so
Sexy.
cute.
Oh, you dirty man.
What?
You're just
Is she 16?
No, she's not 16. She's young, but she's like
There you go.
legal.
Sexy. He'd say sexy if this
My
wasn't.
favorite line. Oh, I won't be bored for the next 18 hours. I remember that I used that exact line when I took a speech class, and the teacher came in and she introduced herself, and it was like this really hot ass young teacher.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, at least I know I won't be bored for the next 18 weeks.
Next time on Yo Video Game, Simmons hits on his freaking teachers.
I wish I should have.